And welcome to another edition of All or None According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. And this damn light is right in my face. Let's get it out of there. Better. Okay. All right. So 2004. So we have three albums, basically a sandwich, two heavy bands sandwiching a band that's a little less heavy. But let's get right into it. So this first band, back in, I don't know, 2004, 2005, 2006, whatever the case may be, I was writing for Sea of Tranquility, Mr. Pete Pardo. This was well before any YouTube channels or wherever even thought of or discussed. But basically what would happen was on every month or two, Pete would send me a bunch of CDs in an envelope, and I would go through and I would write about them, listen to them, and write about them. And I would say about half of them were okay, some bad. Usually the really bad ones, I wouldn't write about them because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. But it's very rare that I would get one that for a band that I'd never heard of before, and it just like really boom hit like an atom bomb that I fell in love with them right away. But that is the case with this first CD or full-length album that I'm about to talk about. So let's find, where is it? Hibria. Basically, so Hibria, they are a Brazilian, I would categorize them as more of a speed, power metals type band. And you know what? They fell in love with these guys immediately. I looked at the cover and and all the cover art and in the pages, I'm like, wow, this is a little cheesy. I was almost ready to dismiss it until I put the needle down, as it were, listen to those first few bars, and I'm like, whoa, these guys are killing it. They are the real deal. So I am about to sneeze, so let's take a break. All right, so there I am, adding a human quality to this. Yeah, only robots don't sneeze, so please forgive me. So moving on. So like I said, album hit like an atom bomb for me. I mean, great album. Intro, minute 56. I leave that on rating. But going into that first song, Steel Lord on Wheels, 4 minutes, killer. Easy. I fell in love with these guys immediately. That's an easy 4 stars. He's a steel lord on wheels. So check it out. Okay, next one, Change Your Lifeline. If Steel Lord on Wheels wasn't good enough, Change Your Lifeline comes in with these amazing bass lines to start off. I don't do it justice. I mean, this guy is like, it's like he Invasion of the Body Snatchers stole Steve Harris's body and jumped into it and played some amazing bass riffs to start. 4 stars easy there. Millennium Quest, 3.5. Kingdom to Share, 4 stars. Living Under Ice, another 4. The title track, Defying the Rules, I gave that 3.5. The Faceless in Charge, 3. Yeah. High Speed Breakout, another 4. Stare at Yourself, 3. But yeah. So the top songs on this album: Steel Lord on Wheels, Change Your Lifeline, Kingdom to Share, Living Under Ice, High Speed Breakout. You know what? If I don't recommend any other albums, I do recommend this one. Check it out. It is the bomb. Speed metal at its finest. Uh, what's sad is I probably would have never heard of these guys if it wasn't for the fact that I was writing for Pete some years ago. So, I wish I could help out more bands, more really underground, but very deserving bands like Hybria. So, all right. So, on to the next one. We're getting to it. Another by Sonata Arctica, Reckoning Night. So, I like and any out. It seems like I pretty much like any album cover that has a pirate ship, or an old-fashioned sailing ship, like Sabotage's Wake of Magellan. Uh, what's that other band? That pirate band that I like. I'm gonna look it up right now. Damn, the hell are they called? Not them. Uh, Alestorm. That's what I'm talking about. Not that this is anything like Alestorm. This is not pirate metal. Uh, I would consider this very catchy. It's heavy in spots, light in spots. This is more prog metal. I did see Sonata Arctica once upon a time, back when what was that place? That BB King's, right on 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in Manhattan. Uh, Great place to see a show. I'm very sad that it's gone defunct, but Sonata Arctica opened for Hammerfall on that occasion. So great show. Uh, Misplaced, 3.5 stars. Blinded No More, very catchy, 4 stars. Ain't Your Fairy Tale, 4. Reckoning Day, Reckoning Night, I categorize that as an instrumental intro, so that went unrated. Don't Say a Word, another 4 stars. The Boy Who Wanted to Be a Real Puppet, very strange title, 2.5. My Celine, not as mellow as you would have thought for that title, so 3.5 there. Wildfire, 3.5. White Pearl, Black Oceans, 2.5. I guess this song matches the cover. It's a little more proggy. And then last but not least, Shamadali. Interesting. I guess that's the best pronunciation I could give it. 3 stars. Shifts between mellow and heavy. Has a false ending. The last 2 minutes, it was almost like a campfire jam. I would categorize it as. So that's that. Sonata Arctica, Reckoning Night. And this album came out right about the time I did go to see them. So there's that. My third was going to be, drum roll, please. Another old friend of ours, Mr. Udo Dirkschneider, Thunderball. You know what? No surprise in what you're getting here. It's kind of like buying an AC/DC album. No surprise. They do not deviate from what they are very much. You're not going to get very much mellow stuff. It's going to be, Udo banging his head against the wall, basically. So we start off with the title track, Thunderball, 3.5. The Arbiter, 3.5. Pull the Trigger, 4 stars. Fistful of Anger, for me, real head banging here. Insert head here. 4 stars. The Land of the Midnight Sun, pretty cool. I gave that 3. Uh, Hell Hell Bites Back, another pure Headbangers Delight, another 4 stars. Uh, Train Ride in Russia. This was very interesting. This is, it's a lot of accordion, not very heavy. Uh, the first verse is in Russian, and it's, like I said, a lot of accordion. It's an accordion driven song, a lot of Russian character to it. Train Ride to Russia. Da, 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 da. I gave that 3.5. Good job, Udo. I like those little changes every once in a while. The Bullet and the Bomb 3. It goes down a little bit here. Magic Mirror 2.5. Probably my lowest scoring song on the album. Tough Luck 2, 3 stars. Blind Eyes 3. A little bit more mellow by Udo standards. But little story about this. So recently I saw something on Facebook. I subscribe to a lot of these, or I've hooked onto a lot of these different pages that I get a lot of these alerts. And I recently saw an alert from Wasp and Blackie Lawless, where he talks about how I would never charge money for an autograph, blah blah blah. In any event, I was actually looking because Wasp, I don't know if they were giving a concert in the near future or they just did, but so basically Wasp had a meet and greet, and this meet and greet was ridiculously expensive for a band that I don't recall them ever what would you say? Maybe they did. I don't know. They ever headlined a hockey arena or sold out a hockey arena back in their heyday in the 80s, like Judas Priest or Iron Maiden did. I don't know if they ever did. For me, they were always on that second tier, like Accept, for example. And here's this guy charging, I don't know, was it 750, 800 or higher? Ridiculously expensive for a meet and greet to meet Blackie Lawless. And then on top of that, didn't even include the cost of the ticket. And here's this guy saying, "Oh, I would never charge money for an autograph." Well, let me let you in on a little secret, Mr. Lawless. I'm about to show you something for those that don't know. A couple of years back, that is myself with Mr. Udo Dirkschneider himself. I went to see him a few years back. What he did was he did a tour where he was going to play only his Accept. So basically, it was all his Accept songs, back before Mark Tornillo joined. And it was at a place on the west side of Manhattan. I can't think of the name of it, but not only did I get, so this meet and greet was $85. Obviously, I got to meet the gentleman, shake his hand, take a picture, get his autograph, so on and so forth. But not only that, it included the cost of admission to the show, under $100 freaking dollars. And Blackie Lawless is talking, "Oh, I would never charge for an autograph." Well, bully, man, bully for you. I got to see Mr. Udo, and what a great show. It was in one of those clubs where you can just walk around and stand anywhere you want. So I stood up front, I stood in the back, I stood upstairs, as you can see, and looked down, into the show. It was, and he played all the best Accept stuff. It was an Accept fan's dream. So there's that. So this was the year 2004. So we started on the opposite side. We started on my left shoulder this time. Hibria, Defying the Rules. Sonata Arctica, Reckoning Night. And Udo, Thunderball. Of course, with my meet and greet photo with Udo. Good times. And thank you for keeping all those rock stars honest, Udo. I could always go back to them with this information. Have a good one, folks. Uh, like I said, we are merely 2 days away from the anniversary of All or Not, according to Jack. I look forward to that date, and have a good one, everybody. Bye.